Well, I just spent a lot of time thinking I was recording a video and I wasn't. Please excuse this. I'm sitting in front of a very large window and these stupid glasses turn dark in my own house. I will never buy these glasses again. They're horrible. But anyway, let's see if I can face this way. I'd rather face this way. Anyway, I get a weird shadow under my nose, but I was telling you all about it and you weren't there because it wasn't on photo. It was on photo, not when I hit the button, it was a photo. Anyway, I haven't done a vlog type video in a while. Anyway, I was explaining how, it'll be 2 years in September I had my heart surgery. And this whole time, I've been just trying to figure out the food. I cannot do keto. I can't eat the high fat. If I eat high fat meat, I'm in total pain with heartburn. I'm taking Tums. I'm just miserable. But I can eat a little dairy fat though. That's the interesting thing. Dairy fat not only doesn't cause me heartburn, it keeps my blood sugar lower. So I can eat a little bit of cheese. I can eat a little bit of sour cream, or I can eat a little bit of yogurt. I don't drink milk or use milk because that seems to have too much sugar in it for me. But I can have a little bit of dairy fat and I do fine. So I've decided I tried vegan or plant-based whole food diet, not really vegan, but whole food plant-based. And the problem is I can't eat grain. I eat grain, and I was off grain because I'd been on keto or lower carb for a while. Decided to do this, got back on my oats for breakfast. I was eating Ezekiel bread, brown rice, and I was fine the first week, felt great. Oh, this is wonderful. And then the pain started. And after almost 3 weeks on it, I'm in so much pain, just touching certain joints, and my fingers hurt. My elbows, my shoulders, my hips, my knees, horrible pain. My back was hurting. I can't eat grain, and it's probably, sorry about that. It's probably a allergy to grass because they're all grasses if you think about it, and they're related to grass. So I talked about this with a cousin who's a doctor, and she thinks that's probably what's going on. But you know that old saying, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is what? A form of insanity. Why do I keep trying it? I swear, I keep thinking this time I'll be able to eat it. I can't. I have to accept the fact I cannot eat grains. I can't. They make my body hurt. Now, I feel a little bit better today after not eating grains yesterday. And by about the 2-week mark, my pain should all be gone. And then my joints start feeling very loose and comfortable, and walking gets easier, and I feel really good. Why would I jeopardize that? So plant-based is out. I can't do it because if you can't eat any grains, I mean, I can have quinoa, which I don't care for. I can have beans. Beans don't bother me. Black beans. If I eat pinto beans at night, they spike my blood sugar. See, I'm dealing with not just heart disease, but type 2 diabetes, pre-diabetes. I'm more pre-diabetes, but inch into type 2 once in a while, which caused my heart disease, I found out. So my doctor told me don't eat carbs. So I tried a keto diet, but I can't eat the fat because I don't have a gallbladder. So it's like a circle I'm going around. So this is what I've decided to do. And I'm also actually losing weight now the last few days. I eat my breakfast late between 10:30 and 11, and then I have dinner. I don't have lunch. If I have anything, it's a tiny snack. And then I don't eat, I haven't been eating anything after dinner for months. And I've been going up and down the same 2 pounds. I don't lose any weight. I don't gain any weight. I go up and down the same 2 pounds. Well, since I've done this and I've cut the grains and I'm eating lean protein like chicken breast, lean turkey, ground turkey, a lean ham, and I did buy myself some turkey sausages. They're you get 2 little tiny ones, and they're 8 grams of fat, but those don't bother me that little bit. I'm eating egg whites, and I know somebody's going to put in the comments, there's nothing wrong with eggs, and that's fine for you. I have this scar here that reminds me what I went through. I'm not doing that again. So if there's even a chance eating eggs every day could cause this to happen again, I'm not eating them. I have 4 a week. That's what I'm allowed. And I'm fine with the egg whites. I enjoy them. And my body responds well to that. So I've lost a little bit of weight each day now for the last 2 days. And I woke up this morning and my blood sugar was 89. I've not had a morning blood sugar of 89 in a decade or more. 2 decades? It's been a long time. So my body likes me to eat lean protein, no grains. I had a big salad last night with some pulled pork. We were at HEB and they had some in their, the convenience foods. They had some pulled pork, nothing in it, just pork. No, nothing. So we brought it home and we thought we were putting barbecue sauce in it, sugar-free. I had the bottle in there, same brand name as my sugar-free barbecue sauce. And I picked up the bottle and I looked at it and I go, David, this is ketchup. This is sugar-free ketchup. But you know what? It tasted fine. It tasted like barbecue sauce. It had a real zing to it. So we're fine with it. And we have enough for another meal. And we use the carbonate bread, which has got 1 net carb, no grain in it at all. It's got a little bit of seeds in it, but no grain. And I used 2 slices of that, put my pork on there with the barbecue sauce in it, and then cut it in half and ate that with a big salad that we got at HEB and divided in half, because those things are packed in there and you divide them in half and they're huge. And I added a big handful of arugula to mine. And so we had that for dinner, and my blood sugar was not, I think it was in the teens when I went to bed. Or no, when I took it a couple hours after dinner, it was in the teens. It might have been lower by the time I went to bed, but I didn't take it again. And then I woke up to 89. But I've gone down about 2 pounds. Well, no, in the last 2 days, I've gone down about a little under a half a pound a day. So I'm going to keep doing this. My body likes the lower fat meat. I can eat a little bit of cheese, a little bit of sour cream, and I usually use it for baking instead of other things. But I can have a little bit of that. Sweet potatoes don't spike. I can have sweet potatoes and black beans for dinner, and they don't spike my blood sugar. So that probably the main carbs I'll leave in there is black beans and sweet potatoes that I cook in the oven. I bake for myself. Then lean chicken breast, lean ground turkey, a little lean ham, stuff like that. And so that's what I'm doing, and it seems to be working. The 2 meals a day, and I don't eat anything after dinner, but I haven't been. That's the crazy thing. All these months, I have not eaten any snacks after dinner because I'm afraid of my blood sugar going up. I used to eat ice cream every night years ago, before this. And you would think just not eating the ice cream and not eating snacks at night, I'd be losing some weight, but I wasn't. I think I was inflamed from the grains I've been eating most of this time, other than the few months I was on the low carb. So I don't want to be a ketogenic low carber. I don't want to do that. I want to keep a little sweet potato in there. I want to keep a little bit of, have a little bit of black beans every day. And then my lean proteins. And now look at, one's dark and one's not as dark. That's working for me. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to finally get my head around that it doesn't matter how many times I try it, I cannot eat grains. I can't eat them. My body, it gets totally inflamed. So I'm sure the weight loss I've had is just the inflammation going down and releasing some of that water that your body holds on to when you're inflamed. So I don't know how much of the weight I've been holding on to is that, because I feel like my clothes are a tiny bit looser. So that's where I'm at right now. And please don't get on here and tell me you need to eat this, you need to eat that. I've tried everything for 20 something months. This is what I'm going to do. I don't care what you say. If you tell me I'm stupid, or if I'm killing myself, you know what? I'm on my statins. I take rosuvastatin. I can only take it every 2 to 3 days though, because it causes me problems otherwise. Cardiologist is fine with that. And then I take a zebamide, which keeps your body from making cholesterol. And I take my baby aspirin every day. So I take my supplements every morning with breakfast. and I'm working hard to get my 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. You know, we all have to do what works best for us. I see my cardiologist in November, and we'll see where mine, and I see my doctor next month, and I'm going to have him pull my cholesterol since they haven't been done since last November. So I'm going to write him the end of this month and ask if he'd call in for me to go in for my lipid panel. Since I won't be seeing the cardiologist till November, and I haven't had them done since November, I really want to see where they are. And I know people are getting on here, they say that the higher your cholesterol, the healthier you are. And then the other people say the lower cholesterol. You know what? I can't keep playing with this anymore. This is working for me. Getting the weight off right now is the most important thing, and not having my body inflamed. So by staying off the grains, I will lower the inflammation, which will help my body heal. It will help my inflammation to go away, and I'll flush out the water I've been holding on to, and eventually some weight. I might have been losing weight, but holding on to all this water, I don't know. But I just know that I've got to find what works for me. I tried to get Mangiano because it helps with your heart, and it helps with your blood sugar, and then of course it helps you lose weight. But $275 a month, I can't do that. I don't have that right now. So I'm not really unhappy about it. I didn't really want to take it, but my doctor was really begging me to take it because he felt it, but he thinks I have sleep apnea, which I do not. He will not listen to me. I have fractional sleeping, and it could be caused by the thyroid, and I've been on levothyroxine now for almost 2 months, and my sleep is slowly getting better. But for 20 years before my surgery, I would wake up every hour and a half. Every sleep cycle, I'd go into that shallow sleep and wake back up. And I'd get up and go to the bathroom since I woke up, and then I'd go right back to sleep. I did this for 20 years. After my surgery, it fractured it. And I'd sleep 45 minutes. Then I'd sleep an hour. Then I'd sleep a half hour. Well, now I'm starting to sleep sometimes 3 2-hours in a row. I've had a 3-hour. I do not have sleep apnea. I don't snore. I don't wake up gasping for breath. I wake up quietly between my naps, and I get up and I write it down so I can keep track of it. So he wanted me on it because it helps with sleep apnea too. And we have a family member who's on it for sleep apnea, but I can't take it. I can't take it. So I can't spend $275 a month. I said, why is it so high? And they said, because it's a $1,400 a month drug. Wow. So yeah, so that's not an option for me. And to be honest, I don't like what I hear about the muscle loss because you lose so quickly. I would rather take 5 years to lose my weight and not lose muscle, because after my surgery, I lost about 10, 15 pounds and all the muscle in my legs. I used to have a lot of muscle. You could see the shape of my legs where I had a bigger calf. I had a muscle above my knee, and it was gone. You know, I didn't notice it because, you know, when you're recovering from open heart surgery, you're just getting through those first few weeks of total pain here, having to sleep in a recliner. I wasn't looking at my legs. But a few months later, I finally looked down and noticed that my legs were gone. So I'm working on rebuilding those. I'm working on doing exercises to help my legs get stronger and get more muscular. And I know building muscle will also help me burn more calories. But anyway, I just want to get on and tell you what I've been doing. Just trying to get to a place where I both feel good, I can start losing the weight, and also my body seems happy with. And I can eat the dairy. It keeps my blood sugar low for some bizarre reason. Like a couple times I ate something too late and my blood sugar spiked. I ate a piece of cheese and it came right down. Coincidence? Maybe. But it's been like 3 times it happened. And 3 times it came down within a half hour. So could it be it was just a half hour and it came down naturally? Maybe, but there's been some nights where I couldn't get it to come down. And I didn't even eat anything horrible. That's the thing. I mean, I didn't go eat a bunch of sugar or something. I'd have like corn tortillas and some pinto beans and lettuce, tomato, onion, avocado, arugula. I mean, big healthy tacos, and my blood sugar would go way up and it would not come down. There's been some nights I would go to bed, it was still 125. Then I started trying the cheese for, I don't know, something told me to try it, and the 3 times that it spiked, the cheese brought it down. So I don't know, but I know that dairy does not seem to cause me any heartburn, where fatty meat will. I cannot eat like a hamburger or like fatty cuts of meat. I can't. Or bacon or sausage. Now, I did buy some turkey sausage that's 8 grams of fat for 2 little patties. That did not bother me this morning, but I had it with egg whites and a little bit of cheddar cheese that I grated and sprinkled on top of 2 pieces of carbonate toast, and I had half a cup of egg whites, which is equal to 4 eggs. So it was a good splash of protein, because with the patties, I think it was about 38 grams of protein, and then I'm not going to eat till dinner. So I'm just figuring it out. I'm just doing my best to figure this out, and last 2 days I'm feeling better. The pain is slowly going away. I mean, day before yesterday I could barely walk. It was bad. I would stand up and barely be able to walk. And yesterday I had my egg whites, although I did have some Ezekiel bread because I didn't have any carbonate yet yesterday. But that was the only carb I ate that was grain. Actually, it was the only carb I really ate all day, because for dinner I had a big salad and then the pork with the carbonate toast. So today was my first day with absolute, whoops, you just disappeared on, I hit something in the camera picture went away. So this is what I'm doing, and I will get my labs done. But I just know I cannot do a plant-based diet. I don't like quinoa at all. Ugh. I've tried cooking it every which way. I just don't like it. I do love beans, and I will make sure I have a little bit of beans on a regular basis, and then a little bit of lean protein at dinner, and then my egg whites for breakfast. And once a day, usually Sunday, I allow myself 4 whole eggs. And I enjoy them. Or sometimes I'll do 2 twice a week, or 1 egg a day for, 4 days. But I allow myself 4 a week, and that's it. So that's what I'm doing. So I thought I'd catch you up. I don't know if anybody's even going to watch this, but I'm just doing it kind of as a journal for me too. And if somebody sees it and it gives them any help, I appreciate that it helped you, and I'm glad. And I don't mind constructive advice, but please don't tell me, because I've gotten comments, you're going to die, you're going to kill yourself. I've heard it all, okay? I'm not doing vegan. It's just not going to happen. I can't eat grain. I can't do keto with the high fat because I don't have a gallbladder, and I was forbidden to do that. My endocrinologist said, do not eat a high fat diet. She forbid me. And I can't. It's miserable. I have to take Tums all day long, so it's not worth it to me. I'm not eating bacon. I'm not eating real fatty sausage. The turkey sausage, the 8 grams was fine. Didn't bother me at all. So I'm doing my best. I'm figuring it out. I'm going to see where this takes me till I see my doctor next month. I'll get all my labs done, and we'll see where I'm at. Like I said, I'm on rosuvastatin every 2 to 3 days, azebamide, however you pronounce it, it's probably wrong, every day, and a baby aspirin, chewable kind, so it goes right into my system every day. And we'll see how I do. I'm really hopeful that this is what's going to help. Like I said, I've lost weight 2 days in a row just by cutting the grains way down. And then yesterday, all I had, like I said, was that little bit of Ezekiel bread. And then today, this was the first day with absolutely no grains, but I think it's also the 2 meals a day. I mean, my calories are always way under my activity. And I know Fitbit isn't completely accurate, but I'm always well under what Fitbit says my activity is. So I can't be eating too many calories, but I just wasn't losing weight. So if eating 2 meals a day in an 8-hour window and fasting 16 hours helps, that's what I'm going to do. I went to bed with my stomach growling last night. I mean, growling. I'm like, that's okay. I'm fine with that. I went right off to sleep, well, my normal up and down for a couple hours, but it takes me about an hour and a half, 2 hours to finally fall asleep. I'm up and down several times. But I think with losing the weight, getting my thyroid under control, I'm only on the initial dose. She hasn't upped it yet. And just taking care of myself, I'll see this get better. So that's where I'm at. This is a long video. I apologize, but I'm going to say bye now, and I'm going to be back later, and it probably won't be about diet. Bye.